Good morning, good morning. This is Spirit Journey, and today is Wednesday, March 11, 2020, and the time is 8:55 in the morning. I want to get some stuff down. Boy, what a journey I feel I'm going through. So I want to just talk about my experience at the gym and the politics. I didn't know that was going on. More politics. Yeah, all foolishness. And you know, before I even go into details about what happened, I perceived this spirit, the same type of spirit when I worked in the beauty field, when I worked at a beauty salon, and the type of individuals that work there. And it is that spirit that's there. And they think I'm stupid. They think I don't know what's up. Well, true to one point, I didn't know what was up because there wasn't a problem. And the person there who I had a concern about, I approached them in private. It was a private conversation. And I shared with them what I felt. I tried to speak out from the heart. But, you feel what you feel. I sense this person. There's confusion. And there's a spirit of control that's going on there. And it's very manipulative. And the other people involved, it's still, they are like a mask. And they don't think I perceive it. And I don't like what I perceive. But I don't want to make waves, but I'm making waves by my presence. And I'm wondering, hey, is this a sign that, like anytime someone has a journey, you have other forces that perceive it and they want to thwart your efforts. So it's a spirit of competition and greed, but they want me to stay. So why do they want me to stay? I mean, there's tons of people at that club. And I'm no one, I'm just a new kid on the block. Yesterday was actually my 7th session. So what's up? Well, when I was on my way to the gym, I saw, like the regular guy that's usually out there, the barker, as they're called. At least that's what I call them, barkers. And he said, hey, that's something that he heard about something going on. And he said, oh, you're a good girl, you're a good girl, you're a good girl. I'm wondering, what is going on here? He says, he spoke around it. Because when I said, oh, what did you hear? And then he clams up. He doesn't want to say specifically what he heard. So, even though I spoke to that individual directly, and I didn't talk to anybody else, word got out in the gym, according to the person who signed me up. Now, I don't even see this person. The person who signed me up, I usually don't see him because his schedule is later. By the time I'm leaving, he might be just coming. And I think he's there on the weekends, and I'm not there on the weekend, at least this past weekend. So buzz is in the air, and all this drama, because I did speak to the person who signed me up. I think it was yesterday I spoke to him, or the day before. And, yeah, maybe the day before. And it just seems like romper room. I just want to put in some hours and go. So it's like a war on, because it's, I guess, commission-based. And it's a war, who's going to get the new blood? Who's going to get, like, almost like a contract, so to speak? Because I did say I'm interested in competing. So that means I'm going to need a coach. Right? So, what's the deal? Yeah, you have one person who, I think he was there for 2 months. The new fellow, about 2 months, and he's straight out from school. So he has all this knowledge. He wants to prove himself. He's 30 years old, while the other one is a year and a half younger than me about. And he has 40 years under his belt. So that's no comparison. Knowledge is important, but experience is even more. Because with experience, there is knowledge behind it too. I'm glad that I said, look, I want to keep this schedule with so-and-so. So, it's just, again, the politics that happens in a gym. And I belonged to a gym many years ago. And then I did that trial run 2 or 3 years ago. It was a 2-week trial period to see how I like it. And I would say what's lacking in the gym is professionalism. They want to create a veneer of professionalism, but they lack it. It's just a bunch of young people. They throw on some makeup and some sexy outfit, and they want to seduce you to become a member. But they have no really innate qualities of professionalism in them. And that's what turned me off. I don't mind spending my money, but don't pretend something that you are not. It's okay to be what you are, that you're just learning, but you're providing a service and you're growing into your shoes, and that's fine. We all have to start off somewhere. So, I feel like it's a weird feeling. Like I feel like a spotlight is on me. But when I did come into the gym yesterday to check in, you get a card and you have to put it to that machine to register your entry into the gym. And I said hello to the person at the front desk, and it was a woman. I've seen before and I've talked to her before, just hi, how are you? What's your name? My name is so-and-so. She doesn't even look up, and it's like a resistance. So, is my name trashed as a troublemaker? But based on that other guy, the Barker that I've known of for a couple of years, he said, I respect you. You're a good person, and some other stuff. So, almost like people are choosing sides. They're hearing the story. And I didn't want to share too much with them. Just that I always said, look, whatever was done, I spoke to him directly and only to that person. I didn't spread any news around. If there's a problem, I'll go to that person, speak to them in private. I thought everything was corrected. So, yeah, so it's just a bunch of cattiness. Um, I wanted to stop. I wanted to stop. So maybe I just might even just check around other gyms and see what's, something you can avoid. I don't want to just keep on jumping around. I want to have fun. I want to meet people. And I shouldn't let one bad apple, because it's going to be like this everywhere in some form. Jealousies, envies. You want a client, you want a new client. You want to butter up people. We call a love bombing them. I don't like that. I really don't. But either way, that's what's happening. And as for this coronavirus, what else has been happening with this virus? What was new about it? I know there was something that I wanted to talk about this virus. But it's just a scare tactic. Oh, they're getting the National Guards involved. What the hell is the National Guard is going to do? It's just hype. So what about all those people who had the regular flu, who die every year? From 30,000 to 100,000 people who are dying right now from that virus. They want you to feel afraid. Oh, yeah, I noticed. Okay. I had to walk somewhere yesterday. I walked to this department store, and I was noticing the different shops. Auntie, Chinese restaurant, only one couple in it. Yeah. But it's really something that, see, they never really, at least I haven't heard any racial component to this. But God forbid, if it was that other virus that causes you to bleed to death, that would have been an issue. But this thing with coronavirus, it's I think it's all about money and commerce. Yeah, I mentioned that yesterday in another audio I did. If the money and the business that China does for the U.S., if it wasn't so, it would have been, you won't hear about it. So again, it's the economics of disease. The economics, the politics behind a disease. Who gets hurt and who does not get hurt? Those people in the Congo, they have their disease under control. It ain't spreading. But all this coronavirus is, and China is a massively large country with much resources, and they can't take control over it. Because they're letting all these people in and out of their domain. Because they are about commerce, cheap labor to be used around the world for their product making. But little Congo, well, Congo is a large country too, but not a lot of people. But yet, yes, they have it under control, and they're not being listened to. It's never been discussed. What was that, 4 years ago in, I think it was Nigeria? Some places in the west coast of Africa. Yeah, I think it's 2017. The scare. But they're making it seem more like it's a racial disease. In my opinion. But now look at this. A disease, and then another one is introduce all this restrictions, and now the U.S. National Guard. Remember when Trump was speaking a couple of days ago? He said there was no deaths. There was like, there was no death, and then the next morning someone died, and the next morning after that somebody. It's like, wow, what's really going on? So this is just a shifting, I believe, a shifting of getting to the next phase of problems, next phase of where the whole globe is going to be pointing. So I just, want to stand my ground and stay calm, because I know that they're up to something, and this coronavirus is just a ploy to administer restrictions on your liberties and freedom. So this is just food for thought, and signing off. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.